The sociocultural theory. English teaching as a foreign language requires pedagogical approaches that recognize the fundamental role of social interaction, culture, and context in the learning process. In this context, the sociocultural theory offers a valuable framework for understanding how language develops through social and cultural mediation. This theory is based on the idea that learning is not an isolated individual process, but also a social construction that occurs in interaction with others in a specific context. Because proposed that intellectual development takes place in two levels: the interpsychological, which occurs between people, and the intrapsychological, when individual internalizes what has been learned. In this process, the mediation of another person, such as teacher, classmates, or experienced person, is essential. In that way, knowledge is built through active participation in shared social practices. This approach considers the inner processes such as attention, memory, or language influenced by the social and cultural environment that individual thought cannot be separated from the context. One of the main concepts is the zone of proximal development, defined as the distance between what the student can do by himself or herself and what the students can achieve with the support of someone. The ZPD highlighted the latent learning that can be developed through the guidance, making appropriate pedagogical intervention indispensable. In this context, the concept of scaffolding emerged, introduced by Wood, Brunner, and Rose, which refers to the structured support provided to the students until they can function autonomously. This kind of support enhances cooperative learning that lets the students successfully face progressive challenges. Because he believed that effective teaching should anticipate to the development of the student and promotes new abilities. Inadequate instructions can become an obstacle that limits the progress instead of fostering it. Therefore, the teacher role, it is not simple to transmit knowledge but to create opportunities for students to participate actively in the construction of knowledge, especially through the collaborative practice. This approach aligns with the constructivism, a theory that suggests the construction of the knowledge from their experience with the interaction with the physical and social world. From this perspective, learning is an interpretative, active, and meaningful process in which the students not only receive information but transform it based on their previous knowledge. The constructivism highlighted the importance to involve the students as a protagonist of their own knowledge, promoting reflection, self-autonomy, and responsibility. Besides, it emphasizes the necessity of designing authentic experiences where students can solve real problems, express their ideas, and work collaboratively with others. This kind of contextualized and social learning is especially relevant in English teaching as a foreign language due to it promotes the use of language in meaningful communicative situations. It also allows to attend the diversity in the classroom and foster the development of the communicative, social, and cognitive abilities. Grabois conclude that educational theories should be connected with the praxis, starting from the contextualized and concrete experiences analysis. Sociocultural theory does not apply in a rigid way, but as a flexible guide that inspires creative and transformative praxis. The mediation of the teacher and the interaction with the students are key elements to generate a deep and more lasting learning. In this line, the learning centered in the students becomes an important pedagogical principle. Instead of adopting a transitive model where the teacher controls the learning process, it proposes an active, democratic, and collaborative teaching. Semmelman, Daniels, and Hyde affirm that to assume an active role, students develop their ability to think critically, analyze, dialogue, and solve problems, essential abilities to disinvolve in the actual world. This approach not only supports linguistic development, but also the creation of critical, autonomous, and social engaged individuals.